Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? I'll just give it a moment for people to join. And we're doing a training today around how to charge for nail art. Obviously, we're not doing any at the moment because we're all still in lockdown, but never mind. Right, while I'm waiting for a few people to join, I know that so many of us are struggling with mindset and stuff at the moment. And I got this lovely little, amazing gift for Christmas, which was like some mindfulness, basically like a pack of like mindfulness cards. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick one on here and we'll see what comes up. Hi, everyone. Come and say hi. Right, I'm just going to pick one randomly. In fact, let me just throw them on the floor. I'm just going to randomly pick one. Find your fire. I love it. And on the other side of this one, let it be. But find your fire was the one that I picked up. I love that. Find your fire. You know what? I feel like I found my fire this morning because I have not been sleeping well, like everyone, struggling a little bit with everything that's going on and trying to maintain that positivity. And I feel like I do a lot of work around positivity and mindset work. And so I normally know how to control it. But even I've fallen off the positivity wagon sometimes in the last few weeks. And last night, you know what? I didn't get sleep till like 2:30. Is anyone else not sleeping at the moment? Like I didn't get sleep till about 2:30 last night. Just everything just playing on my mind. Hi, Laura. And but you know what? I woke up this morning like, you know what? And this kind of really does like reflect it. Like I am going to find my fire this morning, and I've been out for a run. I've had a shower. I might not tell on here, but I've actually put a bit of makeup on. I've dried my hair. You know what? I'm feeling so much more positive than I was. And we get to choose our mindset. Like we get to choose how we wake up each morning. Like, you know, we can all feel down. We can all feel like, you know, everything is getting heavy and too much. But you know what? We are the ones that get to choose whether we stay in that emotion or whether we change it. And I know it can be hard because I struggle with it as well. But it's that thing of like, just keep trying to pull yourself out of it because eventually you will. And you might not stay there forever. Like, you know, it's going to be up and down, and that's like completely normal as well. But, you know, it's daily practice to stay in a positive frame of mind. And we can let ourselves keep falling back into it and staying there for longer and longer, or we can choose to pull ourselves out, and at least we might get a few hours or a day or a week of feeling great before maybe we need another spark and motivation. And like coming and joining me for like things like this, watching other people that you might find like motivating or inspiring, or like I love Paul McKenna, like I've spoke about his books before, and you know, I've listened to that this morning as well. That was like, I've started a new book this morning. Actually, I bought it last night at about 2 a.m. with some Audible credits that I had, which was like about confidence. And you know what? Just listening to 5 minutes of something can really, really perk you up. So hopefully, like, even just if you can go and find your fire after watching this with me, like come and share with me what you do to find your fire right now. But like, we're going to talk a bit now about the main reason we came on here to begin with, how to price your nail art for your nail businesses or your beauty businesses. So tell me in the comments, come and say hi to me, and let me know how you feel around charging for nail art at the moment. Do you charge for it? Is it something that you want to charge for but you don't? What's your fears around it? Pop in the comments any questions you have about it. I've got a training that I'm going to go through right now, but I'm happy to answer any questions people have around like charging for nail art as well, because I know it's like a big like issue for so many of us. And I know like we'll go through it anyway. So let's start with what to charge. Hi, Zara. So I was just reading some of the comments there. Also, I'm sorry that I haven't got my beautiful pink background today, but my husband is downstairs in my place having a job interview. So I am here up in the bedroom, actually sitting on the floor. Found the best spot that I could try and find for lighting and things. Cool. So Laura said, started charging 50p per now in January. Was really worried, but not had a single question or complaint about it. Okay, so let's start with this. Now, it starts with you having a good pricing strategy anyway for your nails and for any of your beauty services, because and I've got lots of pricing masterclass, lots of the times to talk about pricing, but if you don't charge enough for your nail services, if you basically just pluck a figure out of thin air, you're not making minimum wage, you're maybe only I hear so many people say to me, I'm just like, I just want to cover my my rent, or I just want to cover like you know, my bills and just have a little bit left. Like, no, like I want you to be making some good money for this. Like I want you to have proper businesses that you're running like businesses. And so starting off with a good pricing strategy anyway for your nails is a great place to start, because if you're not charging correctly and you haven't got the confidence to charge correctly in the first place, you're going to struggle with the add-ons, because it all comes down to when you come to ask that client for the money and you're like, oh, I don't want to, like, tell me if anyone's done that before. and we just let it go for free. Like I hear so many people say they don't charge for it. They're supposed to charge for it, but they don't. So first of all, get to know how much you're making. Firstly, for all of your services, like it's really important to start with. I'm just going to go very briefly, because obviously I want to concentrate on nail art, but very important that you know what your costs are for every single service you do. You can get that from your suppliers, the cost per service. You should obviously work out if you're mobile, you can work out your petrol, you'll know your rent if you rent, you know, anything that you have to do in order for, like, you need to know that, and you need to work out how much you then want to earn on top of that an hour, and you add that on to that cost and obviously if it's a 1 hour treatment, then you add that onto the cost, so that you are making, it makes me so upset. And one of the reasons I set this up in the first place was because I get so so it's so upsetting when I see people that basically have spent all their money training, all of their time, their investment, like becoming great nail techs, and then they don't even make minimum wage, or they're making barely minimum wage, and they might as well have just gone and worked in someone else's salon, because they're not making the money that they deserve. And you are amazing, because you have got yourself to this place where you run a business. Like, so now let's take some reward from it. So really make sure that you are earning what you want. And one thing is, the more you charge, the easier it gets to get clients. Honestly, you get the better types of clients, the ones that are happy to pay for the nail art, all the extras, the pedicures, come in regularly. Like, it just makes business a dream if you charge the right amount to begin with. Now, in terms of nail art, I see it's not wrong. Like, whatever you want to do, it's your business at the end of the day. This is the dream of having your own business, is that you are the one that gets to make the decisions. From my point of view, from my perspective, from having run a mobile nail business, we ran, that I wanted to be profitable, and that, you know, I wasn't willing to let it run, you know, and not be profitable, is that you have to charge the nail art. And the best way that I think to do that is per your time, not per the design or something that someone's having. So we're going to talk a difference about basic nail art, such as foils and glitters, and through to more intricate stuff. But how I like to do it is, once you know how much you are charging, and Zara's doing this, I'm not sure if she's learned that inside the MBSC or she was doing that before anyway, but once you know how much you want to charge, what you want to make hourly rate wise, you basically take that and you divide that by the nail art that you're doing. So for example, this is the simplest way to do it, right? We would have a 15-minute slot time for nail art, and that would be £10, because we wanted to make we charged £40 an hour. So it was £10 for a 15-minute nail art slot, and we had that on our booking system, so people could add that on, and we had a set like type of thing that they could have within that 15 minutes. And it comes down to your confidence, because what a lot of people do and say, and like nail techs do, is that they'll be like, oh, well, I'm not really sure how long that's going to take me, you know, or we think that the client's expecting everything in that 15 minutes. But once we have this is what we did. Like, so if we did a lot of stamping. Now, we knew that it would take us about 10-15 minutes to do a full 10 hands. So we charged the amount that it would be for that 15 minutes. And if someone came to us with saying, like, showing us a design, or they're like, oh, I want something like this, or like, you know, sometimes, I don't know, random ones, I'm thinking like someone be like, oh, I want like a superhero design, because someone I knew was like doing like a superhero yoga like theme. So we like came up with a super, you know, and you won't always know how long it's going to take you to do something. So what I would always go back with them with is, okay, yeah, we can do that. So, you know, if you want 15 minutes of nail art art time, it's going to be £10 extra. If you want 30 minutes of nail art time, it's going to be £20 extra. When we get to the appointment, we will do a thorough consultation, figure out exactly what it is that you want. But obviously I need to know, do you want to more likely go for the £10 option or the £20 option? Because obviously I need to get it in my diary and the time. Now, this will really help your client, because as we know, like, a lot of people want nail art, but they're not always willing to pay for it, and they don't realize how much it might cost or how long it's going to take. Like, we're the experts, not them. And for so many nail techs, when someone says to us in the PMs or wherever it is, oh, you know, I want to have some nail art, and we're like, what do you want? Like, and we're expecting them to give us all the information, but they are not the experts. We are the experts. And so when someone says to you, oh, I want nail art, I'm, you know, and they're never always 100% sure what it is, but actually they're happy to be led by you. So it comes down to you. So I would go back and say, look, you know what, if you're wanting like a 15-minute nail art session, that's going to be £10. And in that time, if you're wanting my hand art drawn stuff, you know, when we're at the appointment, we'll do as much as we can in that 15 minutes, but you'll definitely get like 1 or 2 nails with the nail art on, and then maybe the others will do a bit of glitter or something more simple, so that we can get it done in that 15 minutes. If they're like, you know what, actually, no, I'm happy to pay, like, I want something more like intricate, like, or they come back to you with a few ideas and you're like, there's no way that's going to happen in 15 minutes, then you say that's going to be a 30-minute nail art time. And it's okay for us to not feel, it's okay for us to charge for it, and we don't need to feel guilty or think, oh my god, like they're going to come back thinking I'm greedy. Like, this is so common for nail techs, like, they think I'm going to be greedy if I charge that. Like, and we also say the worst thing which we could say to ourselves is, like, who would pay that? Like, who would pay that to have their nails done by me? And the other thing is that we think that maybe we're not good enough, or because we're not like the most crazy nail art people in the world with thousands and thousands of other nail techs following us, that we are not an expert in nail art and that we shouldn't be charging that kind of money. But you don't have to be the best nail art person in the whole world in order to charge for nail art. You just need to be able to be good at the thing that you are doing, and you don't need to be perfect like so many times. And especially when you're newer to it, like, it's a case of like building your confidence, practicing and doing stuff, and you might need to do some stuff in the background to prepare for it, and that is okay as well. Like, you know, doing training for nail art and things is fine, but my top tip on this is keep it simple. Like, you don't have to know every single technique. And I bring this up because me and Helen, when we had our live that we did the other week, it was like 2 weeks ago now, it's gone so quick. You know, we were talking about how, like, with French and Drench, like, I didn't feel the need to go and learn and buy every single new nail art thing that came out and go and learn it, because I knew, like, it takes at least a day of sitting down, playing with some nail art, getting used to doing it, like, you know, in order to get comfortable enough to then go and do it on the client. Like, it takes a lot of time, and we don't have to do everything. And if we have the confidence to be like, oh no, I don't do chrome, or I don't do this, if you don't want to do it, like, you don't have to do it. And don't feel like in order to offer nail art and to charge for nail art that you need to be able to do anything that anyone ever comes to you with. Like, let me know in the comments if you feel that, if you feel like, you know, you're so worried that if you sell nail art, you know, people are going to ask for you for stuff. Like, what do you do at the moment when someone comes to you with a design that you don't know how to do? Like, you know, you have that choice at that time when that person comes to you to say, no, we don't do that here. We specialize in this, this, and this. And a lot of time they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll have that instead. Or, you know, and it's having that confidence to do it. Or you think, you know what, that looks really cool, that design. What this woman wants sounds really interesting. Like, I actually want this client. She sounds really good. Then put the effort in behind the scenes before you go there to do it. Like, it's totally fine. Now, in terms of easy nail art, so we're talking glitters, foils, things that honestly can be done in a matter of seconds. Like with French and Drench, how we worked it, so that was my mobile nail business, is that we included all glitters, so basic full coverage or ombre glitter or foil, dabbed foil, in the price. Now, we had a higher price, so we charged £40 in the end for our shellac. We started at 25 when we first started. Now, we included that in it because that was a unique selling point of ours, and we attracted people that loved it. Like, not everyone had glitter and foil, but people loved it. We had the most amazing, like, array of like colour pops and we could get everything out and no one had to pay any more at the appointment for the basic nail art. And you know what? I feel like that gave us an edge over other people. Even though we charged more, they were getting more included. And that worked really well for me. I know lots of other people charge like 50p or £1 for different things like that. And you know what? Again, there is no like hard or fast rule on this. Like you can do whatever it is that you want, but you know, for us it made us stand out. And at the time when we started, like no one else was doing this stuff. Like I still like, I don't know, like it's just weird. Like no one else was including that. Everyone was charging extra for it. We went in a bit differently with a higher price, but included more. And we attracted the people that wanted that. And it made it really fun. Like we loved playing with glitter at French and Drench. We loved doing all the foils, like, and all the different looks that you could get. It made everyone's nails like really unique and different. In terms of like, I can just see someone who said that they charge like 50p to £1 per nail. Like you can do that. Like that's quite a good way of doing it, especially for very easy nail art like foil and glitters. That is a good way of getting your price, like getting more, and it sounds awful when I say this, but like getting more out of your client at the appointment, because you can easily upsell that stuff, like having all your glitters out, having all the color pops there. And it is actually a really good strategy as well. So keeping your price slightly lower. So taking the nail art like we had included in it out, so that your original price seems lower. People are like, oh yeah, that seems really good, come, and then you sell on the extra stuff when you're there. But make sure you're charging for it if you are doing that and you're not just letting it slide, as I know so many of us have. Hi everyone, who can't see who's written this, but someone said, oh, I've been asked to 3D nail art and I said that's not my specialist area, basically I can do it. Yeah, perfect. Like if there's no point us spending sometimes, like it's fine if you're thinking, you know, this is something that I want to do. It might be the universe saying to you, you know, say if you've been thinking, oh, I really want to be able to use, I don't know, I'm just going to use random chrome nails, and you've been thinking about it for ages and it really excites you, but you haven't done it, and then some people keep asking for it. It's the universe telling you, go and learn how to do it. Hi, Carla. But you know, if it's something that you don't want to do, or you know, that's fine. You don't have to do everything as a, you know. And this is the great thing, is that even though we're now techs and we think, oh, everyone should, you know, we all pretty much do the same thing. We don't. We all have completely different like specialities, completely different things that we can offer and that we specialize in, which is fabulous. Okay, I'm just going to check my notes. Come and ask any questions as well if anyone's got any questions about this. I think that's everything I wanted to kind of go through on here. So I'll just wait and see if anyone's got any questions or anything. I don't like, it used to scare me so much, like the nail art. But I think, you know, as you're in business longer, you realize like, you know, that it's, well, you don't realize, but you just get more confident, don't you? So that you can, you feel like, you know, it's okay for you to say no. It's okay for you to charge for these things. Actually, this is one more point I just wanted to make. I was thinking, looking at my notes, thinking, I swear there was something else. Is that a great way to do this? If there's any of you that, sorry, what was I saying? Oh yeah, any of you that struggle to charge the clients, then like at the appointment, then a great way to do this is to think like that your business as a separate entity to you, and that you're an employee of your business, and that if you don't charge for this nail art, so your favorite client comes in and you like, oh, I don't really want to charge her this £2 extra that I want because she's so loyal to me and I really, really want to keep her, and letting all the scarcity things come in, like, you know, she is happy to pay that money to you. For one, a lot of the time we're not even telling them we're letting them off that money, so they don't even realize that you're doing such a lovely thing for them. You know, what we can do is literally just be like, you know what, if I don't charge this client, then I'm stealing money from my business. That's literally what you're doing. You're stealing money from your business. You wouldn't do it in someone else. If you went to work in Tesco's, you wouldn't let someone walk out with a packet of fruit pastels and not pay, because you're like, no, they can't steal from the business. And it's the same thing. Like, don't let your clients just walk out without paying for this stuff. Like, it, honestly, have the confidence to do it, because trust me, nothing bad is going to come of it. The clients are never going to turn around and go, oh, well, no, I'm not coming to you anymore because you're charging 50p for my nail art that I've always been getting for free. I received a couple of questions that have just popped up. Okay, I can't see who this was, but how would you start charging existing clients when you haven't been already? Okay, cool. So this question actually is very similar to when we're actually just raising our prices at all. So, you could do it in line with a price rise thing, or you can just obviously go with it with your nail art. But the thing is that you just need to tell them. I tell the story quite a lot over in the Nail Business Success Club. It's like when I was raising our prices, before I used to go into the client, I'd be like, right, I've got to tell this client now that our prices are raising. I'd feel all the fear that everyone else does. Like, oh my God, like, are they going to turn around and say, oh my God, how dare you charge that much? Like, blah, blah, blah. They never did, ever, ever, ever. They all just went, okay. Because they want to use you. You're like, have the confidence that your clients love you and that they're going to be happy for you, that you are building your confidence and that, you are actually charging what you should do. Now, it's a great thing to do with existing clients is to give them some notice. So say we're having a price change, you can blame it on the business, blame it on prices going up, blame it on whatever, blame it on COVID, whatever you want to do if you feel like you've got to justify it. But, give them, like I would say, just so you know, because, you don't even have to say because, but just so that you know, as of when we reopen after lockdown, you don't need to tell them until nearer the time, we'll be charging X amount for nail art now. Or obviously if you're just going to put your prices up, then you can do that. And I normally give my existing clients like 1 or 2 months grace on that. Like that was a great way that I used to find that would help me to not have to really worry about saying it and about bringing it up, because I'd be like, you know what, they're going up, but because like obviously you're one of my fabulous clients, yours aren't going to go up for another 6 weeks. Something like that. And it just gives them that little bit of like, oh, okay, well, I'm getting something like, but it's there and you've done it. And as soon as you've said it, you will feel so much better. So much better. Sally said, I always sell myself short. People pay the same amount and now expect it. Yeah, but this is the thing, Sally, is that they don't always expect it. And it's us saying that they expect it. But they don't. And we just need to be honest. And we can literally just say to them, you know what? Just so that you know, at your next appointment, we're going to have to start charging for nail art. I want you to know that I've actually been offering this to you for free for the last 6 months, because I really love doing your nails, but I've been doing some training and I really need to start charging for my nail art now. Jennifer said, I'm a new nail tech that started just as the pandemic hit. Now I feel like I'll be starting from the beginning again. Well, that's fine. You know what? You can build it back up again, Jennifer. There are so many nail techs that I know that literally blew it out the water after that first lockdown last year. Brand new nail techs over in the Nail Business Success Club. Nail techs that, well, some not brand new, that exploded their businesses and got fully booked even when so many other people were struggling. Like, you 100% can do this. Yes, there's nothing that we can do about the pandemic here and being in lockdown, but what we can do is use this time to work on our businesses. There is so much that we can be working on. And if any of you are like sitting at home saying you're bored or that you haven't got things to do, like, oh my God, get working on your business, because it's the very, very, very best time. And you will never have you'll never probably have this time again. Like, if you can turn your thoughts around this and be like, you know what, this is the opportunity of a lifetime to get your business into the place that it wants to be, ready for reopening. So you can reopen fully booked. Like, honestly, when we reopen, we're coming back into spring, summer again. Like, it's going to be fabulous. You can be fabulous and your business can literally go from strength to strength. Cool. Casey said, I've been asked for hand-drawn art and told them I can't do it at the moment, which may lose that potential client, but I practiced my butt off and now I'm quite good at hand-drawn art. Yeah, like, it's just about, like, that's really good because you obviously had the confidence to say, no, I can't do it, rather than trying. And you know, sometimes it's quite good to just give it a go sometimes, but also, you know, we have to know like whereabouts we are on our journey. And if you're a brand new nail tech who's still getting to grips with actually painting a nail great, then that's what obviously the concentration needs to be on. And we can feel this pull from others. And this is if all of your life, not just nails, but like, you know, we feel a pull from others to go, like we feel like, oh, I must go and do this, I've got to learn this now, and we get overwhelmed, and oh, people are pulling us in all different directions trying to get us to do all these different things. And you know what, we just have to stay strong for us. Like, we do what we want to do, and don't let other people influence what your journey is and where it is that you're going to be going down. Carla said, nail art scares me. I'm just getting to grips with glitter and foils and I struggle to charge for it. Okay, Carla. Come and talk to me tonight on the Nail Business Success Club regular live Q&A. You can 100% charge. Okay, but then below you said, I'm definitely going to charge from now on. Cool. Carla, you 100% can do this, because you have come such a long way in the past like 9 months. You've done amazing, and you've grown in so much confidence. You can definitely charge for it. And I'm not sure who this was, but so do you give a reason why the prices are going up? Are we talking about? Or a reason why you're charging now? You don't need to justify it. It's your business at the end of the day, and very, very unlikely that your clients are going to leave from you raising your prices or starting to charge for something that you've been giving them away for free for so long. It's just, people literally will just be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Thank you so much for doing it for free for the last 3 months for me. And you can say, like, if you really want to give a reason, you can say, like, I was doing it for free while I was building my confidence up. Now I've got the confidence. You are one of my regular clients. I'm happy to do it for you for another 6 weeks, but then we will be charging for the nail art, and it's in line with everyone else. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, have an amazing, amazing day. I hope everyone feels, pop a smile on your face if you don't have one already. Where's my little card again? Find your fire today. Go and do something right now that's going to help you to find your fire. I don't know. Go and do 10 star jumps if that's what's going to fire you up. Do whatever. Go and give someone a kiss. Go and tell someone you love them. Like, have an amazing day. And I will be back next week. See you later, guys.